Hello, I'm Mathieu from Ludobox, and today I am going to give you a brief overview of Watson and Holmes. So this is not Sherlock Holmes Consultant Detective. This is a brand new game. It is a deduction game, but it is competitive for 2 to 7 players ages 12 and up, and it plays in around 45 to 75 minutes. So in this game, we try to solve a mystery, which is different depending on the scenario that we choose. So we have 13 scenarios in this box, and each of them is made out an envelope that contains the cards of the scenario, so the different locations and the solution, obviously. And we also have a booklet, and the booklet is really simple but really important as well. So we have the front of the booklet with the layout of the scenario, the difficulty level, title obviously, some QR code for voice acting for the scenario, and on the back of the booklet you have the mission briefing, and most important, the aim of the game, the 3 questions that you need to answer to solve the mystery. And this is what you need to do as a player. If you answer correctly those questions before any other player, you win the game, and that's it. In the inside of the booklet, you have the solution, so please do not open this at home before the end of the game. So what happens during the game is that you're going to investigate those locations and read them secretly, and they might help you find the solution and the answer to the questions. So as you can see, there's quite a lot of text on the cards, simply because it is very narrative. So in any turn of the game, there are 2 phases. The first phase is a phase where when we place our figures onto the different locations. For example, the first scenario that I've laid out here happens in a train, in a post train. So for example, if I want to go to the safe, I just place my figure on the safe, and if I deem the safe really important enough, I can spend some carriage or stagecoach tokens. So for example, let's imagine that I think I will put 2 tokens because I really want to be there, I want to be sure. Now blue wants to be on the safe also, because blue thinks it's very important. Blue can drive me away. To do so, he must bid a higher amount of carriage tokens. So for example, if I go there, if blue goes there to chase red away, he has to put at least 3 tokens because red had 2. So red would take her tokens back, and except for 1 that goes into the general supply. That's the cost of being chased away. So some of the tiles will give you some bonuses. So for example, this one gives you a lockpick. This one gives you an extra stagecoach token. This one gives you either a whistle to chase the cops away or a cop to block other players. So the way the cop works is that for example, if I put a cop on the loading bay, I forbid people to go there, including me. But if I'm very intelligent, I could sneak around with the lockpick and peek at the card even though I'm not supposed to be there. Or I could remove it for all of the players, including me, with a whistle. Now, once everyone has a location, we can all secretly look at the cards and take in all of the information that's behind it. So maybe it's a good lead, maybe a false lead, maybe it will give us clues on where to go next. So this is very important to deduce and try to be very logical about it. Now there is another action here, the stagecoach. You could go there and take 3 tokens. So this is kind of an action to get those tokens because they're really the bidding currency. And not as an action, but as a bonus once per turn, people can go to Watson. And for example, if Red really wants to know what's behind the safe, she can go to Watson, pay 4 stagecoach tokens, and then ask Blue to read the text of his card aloud. So everyone can hear what's behind the safe, including red, including yellow, including green. Everyone can know. So this is really expensive, but really worth it. And the last action that we can do is go to Baker Street. So Baker Street is the end of the road. If I think that I have enough proof and clues and evidence, I might go there and say, okay, this is the end. I write the answers to the questions on a paper sheet. I'm going to check if they are right. If I'm mistaken by one answer, I lose the game. I am eliminated. If I win, that's the end of the game. If I lose, the other players would continue until there is a winner. So if a player loses, we reveal Sherlock Holmes. And Sherlock Holmes is something else that you do. You can spend 3 courage tokens to have a choice. Either you consult what the losing players has written, and that player would say, okay, I got 2 wrong answers, or 1 wrong answer, or 3 wrong answers. And the other option that you have, that you can do only once per game, is to write on a piece of paper the answer to one single question and show it to someone who lost. And that someone who lost will tell you, okay, this is the right answer or this is the wrong answer. But you can do it only once per game, and it still costs some courage tokens. Additionally, in later scenarios, not the first one, you can have some auxiliaries, which have characters, famous characters such as Irene Adler or Martha Hudson, and or Wiggins or Lestrade or Mycroft. And those will present you with a choice, giving you stagecoach tokens, or who would help you during the investigation. Well, I think you know almost everything about Watson and Holmes, so bye bye and see you on LudoVox.